Hey guys, welcome back to another video in the series of DevOps project, and this is the second part of the video in which we are going to discuss a few things, or you can say we are going to install the backend. We'll be completing the backend today itself, and there are 2-3 services that we are going to install today. So first of all, we'll install the memcache part, and then we'll understand how to install it, the commands and stuff. After that, we'll install the some dependencies for our Erlang. Erlang is used for our RabbitMQ, so we are going to do that, and then this is going to be the backend which we're going to complete. Before moving further in this video, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, kindly do so because it supports me to create more videos. So without further ado, let's get started. So before moving, you can just check whether every VM is up or not. Okay, so the first step that we have to take is we have to do vagrant ssh mc01. I think this was the name of memcached. Enter. It's going to take some time, and then once it's done, it'll enter. Okay, I'm going to take a pause over here. Okay, so it is done over here. Then the first thing is sudo yum update -y. We're going to patch it up, and it'll download all the latest patches or the latest fixes that were put into the Linux. So it is going to do that, and it can again take up to some time. If you have paid attention in my previous video, you would have noticed that I have done the same, and for every VM I'm going to do this because this is mandatory to be up to date over here. All right, so let it happen, and then we'll move on to uh, the memcache part. I'll just fast forward it. Okay, you can see over here is it is completed. Now what we are going to do, we are going to just yum install epel-release -y because that's what we did in the previous one. So you need to be root owner, so just do a sudo su or sudo I. I'll do sudo su. Perfect. When this is done, you can type yum install epel-release -y, and then it'll say that nothing to do because it is already installed in the latest version. Perfect. Now I'll just clear it, and we'll start the memcache part. So I'll type yum install memcache. I think my spelling is correct. Memcache. Oh, this is wrong. Okay, this is perfect. -y because I don't want the prompts, and it will start the downloading part. Okay, so it has done installing, verifying. This is done, complete, perfect, and this is the version that it has installed. Now what I'll just check. Let me clear this first. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just do systemctl star status. I'll check the status first. Memcache d. It is saying that the service is loaded, but it is inactive, which is dead right now. So I'll just start it. All I have to do is to just modify it. I'll just start, and if I check the status again, it will say that it is active and running. Perfect. Okay, so this is running right now. Now what I'll do is I'll have to start on a port. So I'll give the port for that. Memcached -p 11211, and for one UDP port 11111 -u mem cache -d. Let me just quickly check it again. Okay, this looks perfect. Okay, can't find a user memcache. Okay, I think my spelling is wrong. Okay, this is perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll start the firewall and allow the port 11211 to access the memcache part. So that I have to do. Okay, so for that I have to enable the firewall D. So let me just check system ctl enable firewall D. Okay, it has created a symlink, and then I'll just start it. Okay, it has been started, and I'll just check the status over here. Okay, now you can see that it is active and running. So this is perfect, and that's what we wanted to do. Now I'll just clear this and add this port. So I'll just do firewall hyphen cmd hyphen add. I have to add a port, so I'll type port equal to 11211. If you remember, we have given this for TCP, and it has to be permanent. So we'll just type permanent over here. I think my spelling is correct. Permanent, and it is successful. But as I told you already in the last video, I have to reload it, otherwise it won't show. So I have to reload it. Okay, so once it's reloaded, it can be, you can take a look at that. Okay, so I think this part is completed. So I'll just, for validation, I'll just use the command again. I'll just paste that command. Can't find a user memcache. Okay, I have used memcache d. Okay, all right. Yeah, so this is perfect. Okay, I'll just clear this. Now, in order to validate it, you have to do TUNLP, or a lot of people say tunlup, and then we'll just grep the 1121 resource. Okay, I'm going to explain this, but let me just show you what to do. LP pipe grep or grep 11211, and you can see this memcache is running over here. Perfect. Now in order to break it down, you have to understand what exactly it is. Okay, let's understand what is grep or grep is. So grep, it is used to search text and strings in a given file. In other words, grep command searches the given file for lines containing a match to the given strings or words. It is one of the most useful commands on Linux and Unix-like system for developers and sysadmins. So you're going to use that. This is what you see is a pipe. So what happens is, if you know a bit of Linux or Unix kind of systems, what it will do is pipe will club the result of this command with this command, and then you can work upon it. So this is how a pipe works. Okay, now you have to understand what is the tunlup means. So let's break it down. Okay, so T stands for TCP over here, U stands for UDP over here, L stands for listening. So it shows only listening sockets, and then P stands for program. It shows the PID and the name of the program to which each sockets belong. And then you have N over here, which is numeric. It shows numerical addresses instead of trying to determine symbolic host, port, or username. Okay, so I think this part is completed. So I'll just exit it. I'll exit the other part. Okay, so connection to one, this is closed. Now the memcache part is completed. Okay, so now we'll start the RabbitMQ part. In order to start that, I'll have to go to Vagrant. Okay, let me just clear this first. Okay, we'll go to Vagrant SSH RMQ, if you remember the name, 01, and it's going to ping RMQ01, which is for RabbitMQ. And once it is done, we are going to update that as well. So I'll just sudo yum update -y. I'll hit that, and then it's going to patch it up. It's going to download all the recent stuff, all the recent builds that have come over here, and then it's going to update the current system. So this is the again the same step that we have done twice, and we are going to do it in every system. So do not forget that, because we want to be on the latest stuff. So let it happen. I'll just fast forward the video, and then we'll move forward to install our RabbitMQ. Okay, so as you can see that it is completed over here. Now we are going to install the dependencies. So let me just clear it first. Now in order to install the dependencies, you need to have let me go sudo yum install wget. Wget is to get a URL. If you need to install it something from the web, you have to install wget. You have to use wget, and in order to use that, you have to install it first. So okay, so it is already installed to the latest version. This is perfect. Now I'll go inside a temporary folder, which is this. Let me do ls over here. Okay, so there are a lot of stuff over here, and then I'll do wget for the package over here. Now I'm going to copy and paste a command. I'll tell you how to get it. I'll just copy and paste a command. Okay, this is the command that you're going to use. Enter, and then it is done. Erlang Novads, it is saved. Now we are going to install that. Okay, now do not get confused what exactly Erlang is. We are going to explain that. So I've even copied this command as well. This is done. You can just type the command, pause the video over here and type the command. So once this is done, let us install it. So sudo yum hyphen y install erlang socat. Okay, so these are the dependency that we have to install. Okay, so in the meantime, once it's installed, let us understand what exactly Erlang is. So if you want to go to the website, this is erlang.org. This is the official website. So what exactly is Erlang? Erlang is a programming language used to build massively scalable soft real-time system with requirements on high availability. Some of its uses are in telecoms, banking, e-commerce, computer telephony, and instant meetings. Erlang's runtime system has been built support for concurrency, distributed, and fault. And you can read much about it. At the time of recording this video, OTP 24.2 release is there, and then you can search more about it. What exactly is this? In case you want to download for a Windows system, you can do it from here. It is needed for RabbitMQ. Let's understand what is SOCAT. So SOCAT is basically, if you need an advanced system Linux advanced sysadmin tool for your toolbox, this is the one. SOCAT allows for bidirectional data transfer from one location to the other. So I'm just going to read what exactly is this. It is on the Red Hat website. SOCAT utility is a relay for bidirectional data between two independent data channels. So there are many types of channels SOCAT can connect to: files, devices, SSL sockets, sockets like Unix, IPv4, Proxy Connect, combination of these two, and a lot more. So if you want to understand why do we need socket, you can just go through this because it is a lot of stuff. And how do we use SOCAT? So these are the things that you can go through. All right, I'm not going to explain in this video. And I was copying the command, right? So this is the project vProfile project PDF. If you download it, you can find it over there. So do not get confused from where did I copy. You can always copy it from here. All right, so I hope you guys have understood that part. Now going forward, I'll just copy the commands so that you guys can directly understand and it will save you time. So it is installed, so I'll just clear this, and I'm going to use a command. So let me explain this command to you. Sorry about that. Paste. Okay, I've pasted the wrong one. Okay, so curl is the command, and then we are going to hit this link, https package cloud install repository RabbitMQ server, and then there would be a bash script. So this bash script we are going to use to install because we have already downloaded it. And then sudo bash means that once it gets downloaded, it will automatically run. All right, so we are going to download it. Sorry, we have not downloaded it yet. We are going to download it now. So it is going to do its own stuff once you click over it, and then it will just start downloading it. Okay, nothing to do. Installing yum utils, perfect. Generating yum cache for the RabbitMQ server, and then it has taken the fingerprint from the link that we gave it to you, and then it'll generate some yum cache for RabbitMQ server source. It's going to take its own time, so I'll just fast forward. Okay, it's completed. The repository is set up. So once the repository is set up, you can install the package. So type the command. Okay, let me just clear it first. I'll just clear it. I'll type the command sudo. Let me do an ls over here. You can see that Erlang solution no RPM is already there. Okay, so this is what we use in the previous one. I don't need it right now. I'll just clear this. Sudo yum install RabbitMQ hyphen server space -1. I think this is correct. And then it will load, it will run the package, downloading packages. Now it has started downloading package, installing the RabbitMQ server, no arch. Perfect. And you can see that it has been installed over here. Okay, so let me just clear this. Now let me go sudo su because I want to do everything at the root part. Now I'm in the root mode. So what I'll do is I'll just do systemctl status of RabbitMQ server. Okay, so this is the name of my server, and you can see that it is inactive or dead. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly start it to see whether everything is running fine or not. It can take up to some time. Okay, so I think it has been started because No response is a good response over here. Perfect. And you can see that it is running over here. Had it been there, there could be an issue over here. Had it been an issue, it would have shown it over here. So this is perfect. Okay, so you can just enable it as well. So if you want to enable it, so we can just do that, enable, and it has created a symlink for it. So there was, I guess, one more thing. I think we had to enable something, firewall D. That, I think we forgot that, so let me do that right now. systemctl enable firewall D. I think I forgot this step. Okay, so this is, I think this is done. And then there was one more for memcache D, so I forgot that. So memcache D. So okay, it is not in this one, it is in this different one, but I'll enable that later. Okay, so let's move forward over here. So I'll just we have to do some kind of configuration changes over here, and I'll just directly copy the command. I'm not going to type it because it's too long. I'll just copy this, paste it over here, and we are just going to echo this command to this rabbitmq config file. And this is the uh, this is the change that I want to do in this rabbitmq config file, which is needed for our project to work. Okay, so this is done, and now I have to create a user for it because I want to use it. Sudo rabbitmq ctl. I'm going to add a user, so add user. The username should be test and the password should be test. You can change the password accordingly, but if you change it, just remember it. So it has added the user test. Don't forget to grant the permission. So we have to grant the permission. So what I'll do is I'll just do sudo rabbitmq ctl set underscore user underscore tags test. We'll give the administrator access to it. Okay, I think my spellings are correct. Settings tags for user test to administrator. So this is completed. So I think you guys have understood it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just systemctl restart the rabbitmq server. Okay, I'll just do that. So it can take up to a few seconds. Okay, so I think this is perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll just enable the firewall and allow port 25672 to access the rabbitmq permanently. So again, the system, same thing. So what I have to do, I have to do systemctl start firewall D. Okay, and I think I already enabled it, but it's fine if I type it again, it won't hurt. Okay, this is enabled, and now I have to add the port. So firewall -cmd -get active zones. So this is needed. Okay, so this is enosp public, and then I'll have to type the command firewall -cmd -zone equal to public. I have to add the port. Okay, so add -port equal to, the port number has to be 25672. So this is the default port that is going to use. So we are going to add it 25672, and then we have to make it permanent. Okay, this is done. And then again, the basic step that you have to do is you have to always reload it. Okay, so -cmd -reload. Once this is done, I think the backend part is completed. Now I think these things are done over here, and you don't have to do anything much in this. When this part is completed, our backend part is completed. So in the next part, we are going to install the application part and the other setup. Now there was one thing that I forgot to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, you can just take a look. I'll do it quickly. Over here, I'm logging out. I'll just go into the memcache machine. I'm not sure whether I have completed that part or not, so I'm going to just quickly log into that system. Okay, so this is done. I'll just paste that command, system start memcached authentication. It is asking for a password over here. Okay, let me just sudo it, sudo su. Okay, I hope it will work now. Okay, so it has started. I have to enable this, so which I forgot, I guess, last time. And if you have already done it, this is perfect. Okay, so this is something needs to be done. And then for the system CTL part, which was needed, I have to do that as well. So system enable firewall D, this. So okay, so this is completed. Okay, so this is which I forgot in the memcached part, and then you can do it as well. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood it till over here. And if there is an issue, feel free to comment below. And you don't have to type the command that I have done it, because you can understand it slowly. And if you want to go to the commands, you can just download this file, vprofile project setup, and in this file these steps are already written over there, and you can follow that. So do not miss a step over here, and then you will be able to set up everything. So I hope you guys have understood this part, and if there is anything, feel free to comment below and we will address that. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.